Delusion Dispeller here again. Talk a little bit more on internet predators, narcissists as internet predators. Okay, so if a person does resist the narcissist and not want to be their supply source, they might suffer shunning or being smeared. In other words, the narcissist will paint them in a bad light to all their friends and their acquaintances and all over the internet and all over their town or city or country or whatever. It's all about their need for supply. And if you refuse to give it to them, they will punish you. They try to often meet the people that they encountered on the internet simply because it gets to a point where they feel like they're depleted in their supply source. You can only admire and flatter somebody so much in text. They want to see if you'll do it in person. So often they will invite you to their house, or they'll come over somehow to your house, and they'll test the waters and see if you're really a viable source of that supply. They absolutely hate it when you tell them that they remind you of somebody else. They are all about being unique and individual, and if you even hint that you saw somebody that looked like them or they acted like somebody else, they become very irate. I know this firsthand because the person in my life, I would often see TV stars that reminded me of her, and I would go to her and I would tell her about it, and she would get very, very irritated with me. And even if I said, "Oh, your voice reminded me of somebody else," she'd be like, "No, it doesn't. I'm nothing like anybody else. I'm unique. I am a unique individual that Father created." She was always about being this unique person that nobody was like, and she prided herself on that. So if I dared to say she was like anybody else, she got very, very upset. Now, a lot of people have come to me and told me that you have encountered the narcissist in your life from the internet. Don't be surprised. It's a great hideaway for them. They can be anybody they want to be and get you to believe it. Now, keep in mind something about narcissists, which I was kind of not really surprised today about hearing it, but it just really kind of drove the point home. What a narcissist does is they listen very carefully and they watch you very carefully. They'll watch your text online. They'll listen to you on a microphone. They somehow have this ability to psychologically get into your head, I guess you could say, to where they really become good at manipulating you. They know that if they say this, you will react that way. If they do this, you're going to do that. And they use it to their advantage to procure their supply from you. Because if they know that a certain thing makes you afraid, they're going to purposely subject you to it, because they'll know that you're going to do anything they say for them to turn off that show or to stop talking about that or whatever. They have different ways of manipulating people. And to be honest, I really don't quite know exactly how they do it, simply because I am not a narcissist, nor do I ever want to be one. It's just very disturbing when you realize that this person really knows you as well as they actually do, as far as knowing how to manipulate you, knowing the buttons to push, knowing what makes you tick, knowing that if they bring you flowers at a certain time of day, it reminds you of a certain thing you shared with them. I mean, they are meticulous, and they have this like inner record chamber where they somehow record and keep everything you tell them about yourself, about your favorite things, about your favorite flowers, about your favorite perfume, your favorite foods, I mean everything. Or things that bother you, the fact that you're scared of the dark, the fact that you don't like big crowds, whatever it happens to be, and they will later use it against you when they start the devaluing process. First they'll use it to woo you, and then they'll totally turn and twist everything the total opposite way to basically punish you when you have stopped being what they felt was the adequate narcissist supply source. So, yeah, the internet is a great place for internet predators. I highly suggest if you meet somebody on the internet that seems too good to be true, you listen to what you're being told inside your spirit, your heart, your conscience, whatever you want to call it, and head for the hills. Cut the person off and head on with yourself, because it's not a good thing. Don't get into it. Don't get hurt.